Our listeners are as important as our guests. Join in on the conversation. 504-341-8255. The New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Oh yeah, we live there. We in here. New Orleans, baby. Yeah. Y'all know how it's going down. Skip, chicken and watermelon on New Orleans Talk Network. Boom. Let's go.
Holla at you, man, in the app with us. And we're going to make this thing on the pop with New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real sports. And not only sports, it's everyday activity and life, man.
Yo, what's up? It's Pooga Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, New Orleans Talk Network. Real talk. Real talk. We had a little real talk going on off air. You know, a little person. But listen, welcome everybody. It's FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, this is what we've been waiting for all Thursday long. Us to sit down and talk sports, NBA playoffs. I got my man Coach Hen back in the building.
Yeah, man. That's what. Look, man. We're gone for 2 weeks because spring ball. We actually play our game tomorrow. So a little break coming up soon.
Yeah, yeah. Man, listen, my man G Sports right now, he's covering the spring game. Man, listen, big shouts out to G Sports. Anybody want to follow him, go to G Sports on Facebook. You know, he puts up a lot of video, a lot of media coverage of what's going on. Trust me, if you're trying to figure out what's going on with high school football, basketball, or college football and basketball, listen, follow G Sports on Facebook, bro. Trust me.
Twitter.
Twitter, a lot of coverage is going up, man. But listen, y'all know what time it is. We got to get ready to start this show. But listen, before I get started, y'all know what I like to do. I always give a shout out to our military, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, first responders, local police department, local fire department. Thank you guys for the services that y'all do. We can't thank y'all enough. As citizens, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, if I buy my horse, if no one gives y'all appreciation and support for what y'all do, listen, FanView will always do it. Thank you guys so much. But listen, to get ready to start this show, we got a lot of things to talk about. Obviously, we're talking Cavs, can they be swept? You know, we talking Warriors, Rockets, Game 2. You know, later on in the show, we're going to be talking a little about the Supreme Court ruling, you know, about sports gambling. We're going to be talking a little Panthers also being sold for $2.2 billion. You know, what's the impact on that, you know, in the NFL franchise? We got the Phoenix Suns getting the first overall pick. Got a lot to talk about, Coach N.
Man, you know what's crazy? The reason why I'm smiling, man, our fans are already at it.
They at it already.
Like, we didn't get to no meat, no potatoes.
That's what we talking about, baby.
This
is FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports.
And look, they talking about the Rockets, so.
Listen, we got to open up the show with the Rockets. Rockets happened last night. Game 2 in the Toyota Center. James Harden comes out there. Him and Chris Paul and crew go out there and handle business. Still Game 2. You know, James Harden had, I think, maybe 27 points. You know, Chris Paul putting Steph Curry on skates again. You know, and the Rockets overclaimed Game 2 after coming down Game 1. Here's the question that we're asking everybody right now. And again, tag a friend into the page. This is our time. I'm reading every comment possible. Can the Rockets still win this series after winning Game 2? Coach N, where you at?
Man, look, let me tell y'all something, man. This has probably been one of the most anticipated series. I can't even think of a series that was just
Kings Lakers.
I would say Laker Trailblazers back when, in the high school when the Trailblazers had Damon Stoudemire, Scottie Pippen.
Rasheed Wallace was on that team.
Yeah,
when
Rasheed
was on that
team. Venus Wellness, that. But look, man, this is everything that the playoffs is made of. Golden State came out with, I don't even know what they came out with, man. They came ready game one. Houston, what they did, they tailored their game plan a good bit. James Harden wasn't as much as isolated as he was the first game. The ball started moving. I think that's where they'll have the advantage over the Warriors at. When you just let James Harden just have the ball and be ball dominant, the defense could set up. But now when you keep moving and you got two elite point handlers in Chris Paul and James Harden that can take either one of these guys to the rack at any given time, you can get your supporting cast involved.
Right.
And that's what happened. This series still up for grabs. The Warriors actually did what they were supposed to do. They came here, they stole one. Now they got to go to, where they very comfortable up and where they very tough to beat at back to back. So, if Houston, I think the best chance for Houston to still come on top with this with this game, they'll have to. I say Game 3 is a pivotal one for them. Go ahead and put the pressure on the Warriors to try to not go send you back to Houston up 3-1.
Right, it's the best out of 5 right now.
Yeah,
it's 1-1. They got a lot of. Jay Howard says Rockets in 7. LeBron will be fishing next week. Scoot St. Clair, Golden State took off a night. Ariel Kimber. Said they did take a night off and poor LeBron all by himself. Cavs. Cleveland has some good players or descendant, but they.
Riding
the tide. Marty B said, man, afraid I bet old boy.
Talking about G.
Talking about G. Himself right now. He feeling himself right now. Not even their Rockets in 6 and 7. Jason Terry Fred told us more about how LeBron is great and Houston is done. Here's the deal, folks. You darn right I did. I said it before and I say it again. The Houston Rockets are going to lose this series. Now, granted, Game 2, they came out there with an excellent performance in the Toyota Center. That's what they're supposed to do. And the Warriors did exactly what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to come out there and steal a game. They stole Game 1, folks. They beat the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Houston Rockets like they were supposed to beat them in Game 1. And they lost by 13 points where James Harden had an excellent performance with scoring 42 points, and Chris Paul had 23 points and 11 assists. Now, what they did in Game 2, I want people to understand. I don't forecast the Houston Rockets doing that from their role players again. P.J. Tucker was 8 of 9 last night game. P.J. Tucker had 22 points. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he could be 8 of 9 like he was, again, in Orco. If he's in the Toyota Center, I think he can duplicate that. But when you go to Orco, I don't see that same performance out of P.J. Tucker again. Trevor Ariza had 19. He was 7 of 9. I don't see that same Trevor Ariza showing up in Orco Arena from a scoring perspective like that. Klay Thompson had 8 points last night. I don't see that Klay Thompson is not showing up in Orco Arena. I think Klay Thompson goes back to averaging his 20 or 25 points when he's back in Orco Arena. So, what that all being said, James Harden can come out here and score 25, 30 points. Chris Paul can do what he want to do, but I don't forecast the same supporting cast from the Houston Rockets to do what they did in Game 2, and Game 3, and Game 4 in Orco Arena.
Are you tripping?
I'm not tripping.
You trip, man. Look here, man. From the season start, the Rockets.
Eric Bledsoe had 27 points.
Look, bro, the Rockets have had the best bench, bar none, in the league this year. That's what gave everybody, Chris Paul was a huge addition. The thing that got people excited about the fact that the Rockets might actually have a chance to beat the Warriors was because of their bench and because of
their tempo, what they could play.
And because of what the Warriors had to give up in getting Durant 2 years ago. They depleted their bench. When you go out and your best to sign a bench player and your key guy is Andre Iguodala, who is not the player he used to be.
He's older.
And your next best player off the bench is Nick Young.
Swaggy P hit some
buckets,
man.
He more known for this goddamn 6'7" goddamn Australian girlfriend that he cheated on. Come on, nobody don't think of his basketball game. Then when you look at the Rockets bench, you got Eric Bledsoe, who everybody knows can ball. He's been balling since he was
in New Orleans. He had 27 points.
Before, when he was with the Clippers, he been balling.
Okay.
Ryan Anderson.
He ain't playing this series.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about they bench.
They bench, right.
You know, Joe Johnson. Come on now. Come on now. Then,
but he ain't playing this series. But he on the team, but he ain't playing.
You know what I'm saying? This is what they have at their disposal. And
they playing Gerald Green right now and P.J. Tucker.
Look, Gerald Green is, come on now.
He's not a slouch, but I don't think he's going to. I think he'll be a shell of himself. He got to go in 2 games in Oracle.
As long as they keep moving the ball, they trouble for anybody. For the simple fact of they more athletic than the Warriors. Hands down. Steph is just a shooter. He's not athletic. Don't get it twisted. KD is tall. You know what I'm saying? He long.
Buckets.
He not
buckets.
They most athletic person in they starting 5 is Draymond Green. That's just really.
Who facilitates the basketball, moves it around, and brings a certain tangible that most teams don't have.
Then now let's bring it on the other side. You talk about starting 5 most athletic. Clint Capella is an athletic freak down there. The way he could cover a switch out on a 7-foot Kevin Durant and then still make it back in town after he shot to get the clear rebound.
You think the same Clint Capella you talking about is about to show up in Oracle and be dominant like he was in Houston?
Look, this is the thing. These Rockets are being led by somebody who's actually played in the championship. The Beard knows what it takes to get there. He knows how to handle it now.
The Beard has been there. So when he got to the NBA Finals, he was a 6th man.
But he was their key player. He was their key player.
Kevin Durant was the key player.
No, the hell. Yeah,
second.
He was.
He was the key player, and Westbrook was second. He came off the bench.
Right, he came off the bench because that what made the best thing for the team. That doesn't mean that he wasn't a key factor.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you talking about the same OKC team that made the final. I'm talking about the guy who was the man on that team at that time was Kevin Durant. He's on the Golden State Warriors, averaging 35 points a game. Look, they go back to Oracle now.
Look, bro, let's face the fact.
Okay,
right? Let's face the fact. Here's the huge fact. Since Kevin Durant came on his team, Klay Thompson has been the shell of himself.
He wasn't a shell of himself game 1.
How many game 1s like that has he had since Kevin Durant been on his team? Be real. He's been more up and down because KD is taking half of his shots. He's been a volume shooter. So he used to drop like 27, 30 points, but shoot the ball like 27, 30 times. Well, look, that's cut in half now. So of course your points gonna be cut in half. But so when he's off,
but now he's playing in a comfortable environment. See, Golden State won game 1 and set a tone that the Houston put pressure on the Houston Rockets. See, to me, game 3 is gonna mean a lot. I don't think Houston is going to game 3 and going out there and having that ball movement they had in ball movement in game 3 in Oracle Arena. I don't think they're gonna be able to do that in game 4. I just don't think that. No.
I just got to address something. His name is Scoot. His name is Scoot on here, but in real life, his name is J.J. McKinney. Look, right. J.J.
Read the man comment.
He said, did Henry just say Draymond is more athletic than KD? Come on, man, you tripping. I don't think you really watch what Draymond does. I don't think KD is a freak because he's 7 foot and he can shoot. Mm-hmm. You know, so it doesn't take much for a 7 foot to dunk. That's just to dunk a basketball. That's just three more feet to get up there.
This guy can score.
Look, he stretches hands, he down. You know, so what Draymond does, Draymond is athletic enough to cover a point guard in certain situations.
He's a former defensive player of the year.
He can cover the 1 to the 5, depending on the matchup.
Right.
You know, then he brings the ball up. Then he sets the offense for them. So,
right.
Yeah, he is more athletic than KD. Am I saying he's a better player than KD? Hell no. Nah. But the fact is, he's a more athletic person. Just like, look, Gerald Green is more athletic than KD. Is Gerald Green a better player than KD? Hell no. Nah.
Kevin Durant is most people's eyes the second best player in the world. He's
a more athletic player. That's just facts. Facts is what it is.
Here's how I look at this. Right now, Houston won by 20. Listen, when they pulled the starters out in this game, there was 5 minutes left in this basketball game. Listen, Houston Rockets up by 26 points. And I'm saying to myself, listen, everybody who riding the Houston Rockets, yeah, they won game 2. They could do this at any given time against the Warriors. No, they can't. Matter of fact, blowing this team out does not mean anything for the Houston Rockets. Reality is this: it's the best out of 5 now. 3 games will possibly be in Golden State now, 2 in Houston. The question is, it's the best out of 5 now. So
if it's in Houston,
No, they played 2 in Houston. They played 2 in
right,
Houston. So 3 games now are potentially in Golden State. So the question is, can the Rockets steal a game in Golden State, which I don't think they're capable of. I think they're a good basketball team that deserves to be here. Obviously, they're the number 1 team in overall in the NBA. But right now, they're playing against a team that Klay Thompson won't have 8 points in Arco. He's going to have more points than that. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant has to still show that he's unstoppable in this series. Now, Draymond Green is going to do a little bit more at home. Iguodala is going to do a little bit more. Though. Sean Livingston going to give you a little bit more at home.
Why do you think that?
Because they have shown when they come into Arco that everyone plays with a certain tempo and a certain pace for their crowd. They just play better. Their record has indicated about, when you look at their regular season record, they probably have maybe 4 losses at home. In the playoffs, they have 1 loss at home. They play better at home.
How many playoff intensity games have they played at home? That's the difference. It's a whole different. That's just like beating a team in a regular season by 30-something points and expecting because you won at 30-something points at home. Now you play them in the playoffs, you expect them to win that much again.
I would say this. Ricky Brashear said this. Tucker won't play that good again, and Gordon is suspect. I don't think Eric Gordon comes out here and gives you 27 points again in Arco. P.J. Tucker was 8 of 9. Trevor Ariza was 7 of 9. These dudes played out of their mind last night.
No, have you been watching them through the whole year?
Yes.
The games like that, especially when they was on their run, was not uncommon for them. So they showed.
This ain't the regular season no more either.
That's true. But look, let me say. Does the basket change when you go to another venue?
No, but the environment change.
Is the same? Is it the same height?
Momentum change. The environment change.
Is the basket still the same height? Is the hardwood still the same hardwood? Is it still the same length and width?
We can say that about a football field. But the environment changes.
But see, the environment affects the younger guys. Ain't no damn youth on this team.
We gonna see.
Ain't no youth on this team.
We gonna see.
Now, if you telling me this is the Sixers or somebody coming
Boston?
coming into this environment, okay, I give you that. The Jazz, okay, I give you that.
Now Lynn Brown said Rockets can't play anyway and pull it off.
Hey, look, man, that's one of our football minds up there. Hey, man.
Ain't no wrong with that.
Put some respect on the name.
Hey, listen, I just don't. And Marty B says facts, Fred, but Houston better D when Trevor and P.J. Tucker and CP3 are on the floor.
Tell them, Marty.
They do have better defense on the floor. Here's going to be the situation I see going in Arco. Now that when this team's now playing back at home, here's my only advantage to the Houston Rockets. And I watched both games, and people follow me on Twitter. I said this. What gives the Houston Rockets a chance is when they go to that pick and roll situation with Steph Curry on there, I'm here to tell you right now, Steph Curry right now is a doorknob. Everybody taking a turn with him on defense.
Man, I'm telling you.
Everybody taking a turn on him.
They treat him
he's a doorknob. Everybody have a turn.
They treating him like a $2 hoe, baby.
Yeah.
That's getting pulled.
He's getting pulled. He's getting pulled. Listen, that's what is helping them because he is not able to defend a soul on the court right now. Nor is James Harden. I watched Steph Curry going to him in the matchup. He blows straight past James Harden. But James Harden realized that, listen, he can't guard me. I'm going to attack him on pick and rolls because they put him on Trevor Ariza and somehow. But I've also watched Houston do this, and it bothers the bejesus out of me. They get into these pick and roll situations with the Warriors, and somehow Kevin Durant ends up on Chris Paul. And I'm like, on defense, I'm like, y'all know he can't guard him, right? You can't be in a situation like that. I just think the environment when they go into Arco, see, to me, Game 3 is a must-win game for the Houston Rockets. If the Houston Rockets don't win Game 3, to me, this Golden State Warriors team plays comfortable and complacent like they like to play. And the Rockets are the pressure team, not the Warriors. They got 2 games at home now. They done take care of Game 1 in Houston. They win Game 2. They still set the pace and the tempo for this series. And I already saw when James Harden scores 42 points and gives me 11 assists, and Chris Paul gives me 23 points and 11 assists. They came up in a losing effort in one of these games. So they got to go out there and duplicate that same effort on the road. Now the question is, can they role players, P.J. Tucker, still give them 20-some points? Can Eric Gordon give them 20-some points? If they can still move the ball around like that on the road, then I give them maybe a chance in hell. But I don't see that team doing that. I see that they go up there and play isolation basketball between Chris Paul and James Harden, and the Warriors go out there and move the basketball a little bit more at home. They just play it better as a home team.
This is the thing.
And I think that they're beating them.
This is the thing. Here's one of the main things. Coaching is not is not a factor in the series. Neither one of these guys are good coaches. Call it what it is.
We agree.
Call it what it is.
We agree.
You know,
the players gonna win this series.
Yeah,
the players gonna win this series.
Now here's the thing. You got more bottomsome people. You got more people that can bother the stars on the Houston Rockets team than the Warriors got. KD doesn't bother nobody, but the simple fact is, you know KD gonna get his.
He gonna get 35.
Okay, you deal with that. But then you like, the bottomsome person on their team is Draymond. Okay, well guess what? Guess who the bottomsome person on your team for the Rockets? Chris Paul. I mean, Steph Curry got to guard either him or James Harden.
He a door now.
Well,
right
look,
now.
guess what?
They taking turns.
James Harden is bottomsome for you for the fact that when Steph if they live with Steph or Thompson on him, he's a scorer. He doesn't get tired when the ball's in his hand. What you doing? You draining life out of them for offense now because they got to deal with him running around, and then he's a bigger guard than both of them combined.
But
so he'll go through them.
But we haven't seen this game where Steph Curry breaks out. He's going to have a breakout game.
You think that? That's what I'm saying. No.
I believe a two-time MVP is going to have a breakout game.
Man, that shit just a damn. That's a regular season time, man. That shit mean nothing in the damn playoffs. Cause goddamn, the motherfucker they got all the damn accolades in the world sitting at home right now. And Dwight Howard. So don't tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Dwight Howard ain't.
I'm just saying. So don't
Steph Curry.
Don't throw like because it's not like
a guy who shoots that high percentage in
it's
space.
Not like
I think he's gonna have at some point in time. I think he's gonna break out.
But look what's happening to him. It's usually they can hide him. You can't hide with this Rockets team. Then you got Trevor Ariza. Then you got PJ Tucker, who's gonna bother the heck out of you. So now you got to deal with all this stuff, and that's just on the perimeter. You got to deal with all this stuff, constantly fighting through pick and rolls, constantly getting beat up while you driving to the goal.
They're going to have to figure out how to stop Klay Thompson. And at some point in time, I don't think Klay Thompson is going to go in the Arco Arena and score 8 points. I think that we done seen it before.
You forgot when the Cavs beat them in the series that Klay Thompson didn't average over 13 points the whole series, and that game went 7. So that means he got 4 games at home, and he didn't average more than 13 points throughout the whole series at home. We seen this before. That's without KD. Well, guess what? The pressure is off him. He don't have to score now, so he's not in that same. I got to get buckets mode because they rely on KD for that now.
Now let me read one of these comments here. Lynn Brown said, as long as the Rockets come out and play, don't get out of thinking they can get it, then they should win. Ricky Bashir says, not good coaches, ? Lynn Brown says, when phone corrected, it's sorry. And Scoot St. Clair said, if Kerr wasn't a good coach, then how he won 2 championships and Mark Jackson had the same team and couldn't win?
Well, first of all, Mark Jackson
you can handle that comment.
Mark Jackson came in there. It was Steph Curry, Monte Ellis. I can't even think of the rest of the team.
Klay Thompson just got there.
Klay Thompson was just drafted and all that stuff. They had stuff to move around. He took this team to the playoff. He showed them how to win. Just so happened they did what the Raptors did with Dwayne Casey. Had a good run, and you showing steadily improvement. You get rid of them.
Right.
Did nothing change on that team when Kerr took over? Did nothing. Guess what? They won a championship. Okay, let me show you why he's not a good coach. Kerr didn't coach for half a damn season. Goddamn, Luke Walton almost won Coach of the Year with the same damn people.
Won 73 games.
So that's not coaching. That's talent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It don't take a genius to say, look, I got USA Junior out there. Hey, spread that ball out, keep moving. Hey, everybody got the green light.
Brad Stevens is a great coach. Greg Popovich is a great coach. Now obviously, stating the obvious doesn't make you an expert by any means.
Yeah.
But Dwayne Casey is a great coach. He just doesn't have a superstar. I think he has 2 all-star like players, but he doesn't have a superstar in Toronto. You know.
But DeRozan is like fringe superstar. He don't
dictate the pace to it. He don't dictate the tone.
Because what it is, DeRozan has that old school basketball game. Like he doesn't mind getting the ball at the 3-point line and backing the guard up all the way down. And you know what I'm saying? But in this,
it's a 1980s, 1990s. In this pace, it doesn't really expand. You know, this pace is a 3-point age game, and he has a game that's similar to the late 80s, early 90s. That's his game. So in today's game, it doesn't make him a superstar. But if I put him in the 90s, he's a superstar player.
Yeah. And that's just what it is.
That's what it is.
And so, man, look, y'all really think Kerr is a good coach? Y'all is tripping. Y'all is tripping.
I don't think I could put Steve Kerr back in Phoenix right now when he was the GM at and help that team get to a playoffs. I don't think that. That's not what I believe. That's not what I believe.
You put Kerr on the Celtics, and you put Brad Stevens with
Golden State.
You see
a whole two different teams.
Look, you put Pop with Golden State. You see
two different teams.
Look, those are good coaches.
You would see when Mark Jackson had that team was the best defensive team in the league.
With Kerr, he's the ultimate game manager. He's a former player. He played with one of the GOATs. He played underneath.
He gives guys the green light. He has talent, and those guys. He's what he does is, I think psychologically he's helped them understand that, hey, you are great. So shoot the basketball. Klay Thompson, you are great. Shoot the basketball. Draymond, hey, your personality. I want you to enforce. I think he's helped them from a psychological, but not from a intangible standpoint. Yeah. Mark Jackson helped him from an intangible standpoint. Now, psychologically, he's helped Curry understand the bad shots he took in the past. He's helped to understand that that's a great shot for you.
Yeah.
Shoot that shot. Klay Thompson, this is a normal bad shot for you. Hey, you're great. That's a great shot for you. Shoot that shot. And he's helped them in that regard.
And that's the only difference.
It's not an X and an O.
It's no system. Steve Kerr's not going to the sideline and saying, look, we're going to run this.
No.
What he's saying, look, we're going to space out. We're going to let Draymond bring it up.
Yes.
We're going to go off pick and roll over here.
Correct.
And whoever gets the ball can shoot it.
Correct.
Because if you look at half of the shots that these guys take, they wouldn't play for look.
Most cases, he can't coach another team.
Steph couldn't play for Pop because you're not shooting that shot.
That's a bad shot.
You're not shooting that shot for Pop.
Correct.
Look, Steph couldn't play for Brad Stevens.
Can't shoot that shot.
Shooting that shot.
Can't shoot that shot.
It's different. Now, what he's a player-friendly coach.
Yes.
He's a mastermind. Look, you're not taking that shot for damn Phil Jackson.
No.
That's what. Am I saying like he's the worst coach ever? No, I'm not saying. But I'm saying
he couldn't take that shot for Doc Rivers, and I'm not putting Doc Rivers on a pedestal of a enormous head coach. No, but I'm saying this: he couldn't take this shot for most people. Now, with Elvin Gentry could take that shot because he's used to seeing it.
But what I'm not saying he's a bad coach. What I'm saying he's a game manager, and he understood where basketball was going, and he gave his guys free reign. But what I'm saying is, don't expect coaching to be a tipping age in this thing.
Now, I'm gonna read a couple of comments and we're gonna get ready to shift gears. PJ, Ricky Boucher says,
read PJ
good,
Brown. Read PJ Brown. Don't talk about PJ. Read PJ
Ricky Boucher
Brown.
said good, but he's not Pop, and he said pull up the numbers. PJ Brown said Kerr has like 1 or 2 offensive sets for the Warriors, and it's simple as fuck. Y'all 2 options. Either you hit the guy coming off the screen on the perimeter or hit the pick and roll man if he's in the lane. If neither is open, then reset and let KD do his thing.
Now, look, that's a guy who watched basketball like I watch football. Look at it from the coaching standpoint.
Now, Michael White says, do y'all think the Warriors will win the finals?
That's the Celtics, boy.
What do you think?
Damn.
Do you think the Celtics will win the finals? We'll go to the finals. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Lynn Brown says no, and Ricky Rich says players will be more important than coaches, though this time. I think players are, in NBA, in basketball, players are more important than coaches. But listen, we got to get ready to shift gears.
First, we got to take a break.
Yes, we do.
When we come back from the break, we talk about the Cavs.
Talk about the Cavs.
Talk about the Cavs, baby.
Talk about them Cavs.
No, FanView, don't go away.
Don't go away. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. We back in 96. Talk about Cavs in Boston,
Pull
baby.
you by your necky weave.
Don't go nowhere. Y'all tag a friend.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, DJ Slick Daddy.
This DJ Slick 514.
And of course, I'm your girl, Black Coco.
Tune into the Live Line, New Orleans Talk Network, every Tuesday, 7 to 8:30, with all the trending topics.
And you can also check out my mix, DJ Slick Mix Part 1 and 2.
And of course, check out Coco's Sex Tips of the Week.
And hashtag TTBS. That's that bullshit. It's the Live Line, New Orleans Talk Network, Tuesday, 7 to 8:30. We're always live. Let's go.
Hey, it's your girl Black Coco, and tune in with me Thursdays at 9 p.m. where we talk everything sex, from the latest sex topics to the latest sex trends and a few exotic dancers. Plus, you never know who might drop in. Tune in with me on the Pleasure Hour, only on New Orleans Talk Network.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255. The New Orleans Talk Network, now.
Hold on. Producer, you're back.
We back, baby.
We back. Welcome back, everyone. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, I'm glad everybody tuning in. Don't mind my mic.
And don't mind me. We having fun. It's my birthday. I can do this.
Happy birthday.
Appreciate you.
Tell all this. You don't want to tell all this your age. I probably.
Hell, man. I look like a good zebra cake that just came off the production line, baby. Just turned 33, man.
Look at you. You're growing up in the world. You're becoming a good proud. Your father of two. Look at you, man. You're striving.
I made it out of Marrero and Kennedy Heights.
There it is, baby.
I mean, I should get like that much more of a bump when it's my time to go. I should be right there at the pearly gates, ready.
There you go. Well, listen, welcome back, everyone. FanView for Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, this is the conversation we're getting ready to talk about. Listen.
Appreciate you, King.
Cavs, Game 2. Here's the question we're going to ask for everybody. Y'all feel free to tune in. Let us know, reading all these comments I can. Cavs down 0-2. Would the Cavs be swept by Boston? Game 3, Saturday night. Coach Hen, can the Cavs win the game?
Yeah, the Cavs gonna win the game, man. Look, this series is gonna go 7.
7?
This series is gonna go 7.
Boy, I gotta hear this.
This is the main reason why. Michael White said it best. It's more just like LeBron.
7 games. I heard that 7 games.
But your counter argument to why the Rockets would lose would be the counter argument to why the Cavs will win. They role players play better at home. There's no doubt about it. You just pull up the stats, especially in the playoffs. But this is the day. Now, we was talking about coaching last year. Like, it's a huge coaching edge right here. You know, Brad Stevens is the best coach in the NBA right now. I've said it time and time again. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people laugh at me when I'm saying it, but the man's the best coach in the NBA, period. Look, first of all, Tyronn Lue got to sit down and say, look, J.R. Smith, you're not starting. Straight up.
You gave me 27 minutes, they gave me no points.
Look,
I agree.
Time and time again.
Gave me no buckets.
You living off the hope that, look, he eventually gonna get hyped. Man, look, we trying to win. Take it. Could you imagine Rodney Hood or just somebody else in that look?
He gave me 20 points and he gave me 20 minutes and 2 points.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me somebody else. Find a set that works for you. Because what it showed you is the first game they got blowed out, and you know they had a good game plan for LeBron.
Right.
Well, LeBron, the cerebral person that he is, went and studied the film, seen what they were doing. Like, well, they can't do this to me again. They not gonna do this to me again.
Right.
And this is how I'm gonna defeat it. He came out and he gave you everything.
Everything.
He gave you everything.
42, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds.
You don't get nothing from. Look, Kevin Love played a hell of a game.
He gave you 22 points and 15 rebounds.
Was Jeff Green the other guy?
No, Kyle Korver. He gave you 11 points.
So, you know, that's it. You got 3 guys in double figures. That's it. That's it. That's a problem.
The rest of the team gave you nothing.
That's a problem. Look, I said it time again. Look, if in order for the Cavs to win another championship, Tristan Thompson don't need to be on this team no more. J.R. Smith don't need to be on this team no more. You find you other players that did what they did for you, but do it more effectively for you now in this year's NBA. Because Brad Stevens is coaching. And look, as great as a coach that Brad did, coach's job he did the first 2 games, LeBron greatness still almost got them to win.
Right.
By himself. So these guys will be at home. They know the gym a little better. Maybe Tristan Thompson will,
give you something.
Maybe J.R. Smith will give you something.
He gave me a basket.
George Hill, might start coming in. Look, Larry Nash is an energy guy. Maybe the crowd, the way that the moment of the game will get them going. And all, it's with the type of role players that they are. Just like when they went on their winning streak in a season. All they need is 1 to 2 games back to back, and then they look like a whole different team.
Right.
Coming out, and I think game 3 is a huge win for them. Like, will be a huge opportunity for them. They win game 3, they win for game 4. Then game 5 will be a tough one for the Celtics. It'll be a real tough one for the Celtics. I think, and then it'll start the seesaw.
Right. I hope you're right. Now, here's my take. I'm going to read a few comments right quick. Christopher Gordon says, happy birthday, big fella. So blessed to have you, but tomorrow it's on.
Hey, we coaching against each other.
There it is, Lynn Brown said Cavs versus Rockets. That's our predictions for the finals. Michael White says Rozier was the game changer in game 2. Listen, guys, here's my take on this. If you follow me on social media, listen, I think LeBron James is the most complete player in the game. I've said that time and time again. That won't change. I've said this on last week's show. What Boston has to do to win this series like this is survive the wave and survive the pace. And at the end of the day, they have to do something that because they're a young team. LeBron James, after game 1, had 15 points, and he had 15 points and 7 turnovers. I knew that wasn't the best game from LeBron James. I knew, because when people talk about, oh, they won game 1. Listen, that's not the best game LeBron James is going to give you. That's not his pace. They sacrificed game. I didn't say sacrifice, but they just lost. The whole team played bad. The pace was, I said, if Boston can win one of those games where LeBron James had this 40-point triple-double game, then I think Boston can win the series. They done that in game 2. LeBron James had 42 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds. Kevin Love gave you the best. That's the best game LeBron James can give you. He give you 42. When a superstar gives you 42 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds, and you lose by 13 points, whether it's on the road or at home, and your second best player gives you 22 points and 15, and the sharpshooter on your team, which is Kyle Korver, gives you 11, and you come up short, I said, man, listen, do the Cavs get swept? No. I think LeBron's that complete of a player. I don't think he gets swept no more in the playoffs anymore. But I don't think he's not winning this series. That's just not what I see. When they don't have an answer for Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier. Them dudes played 40 between Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier and Jaylen Brown. They played 71 minutes apiece between those two. Mm-hmm. They gave you 41 points. Mm-hmm. Between George Hill, J.R. Smith, and Rodney Hood, they combined for 71 minutes, and they gave you a total of 5 points. That's the game. Now, do I think those guys can come out to game 3 and give you a game? Yeah, they're at home like you mentioned. They're going to give you a little more spunk. J.R. Smith will be hitting a few more shots because he's comfortable at home in an environment he's comfortable in. Rodney Hood, I don't know what's kind of going on in this situation in this system. He's not been the same Rodney Hood that I saw in Utah. George Hill has been in the playoffs a little bit more. I think George Hill gives you more than 3 points. But overall, I don't see those triangle guys in adding Jordan Clarkson to the mix. I don't see those triangle guys giving a LeBron enough to help him win the series. Because I expect 22 and 15 from Kevin Love. I expect my 11 from Kyle Korver. I expect those guys going to give me that the rest of the series. I expect LeBron James to go out here and give me 40. But I don't expect those 4 guys that we mentioned right there. I expect them in game 3 to give me something so LeBron don't get swept. But they don't have no answer for Jaylen Brown. They don't have an answer for Terry Rozier. Jason Tatum is not having the same series he had against the Celtics and he had against Milwaukee. Obviously, because he's having to guard LeBron. So his points are taking a dip. But Al Horford is still picking up the pace. You see what I'm saying? Marcus Morris is contributing. I mean, Boston Celtics had 6 players in double figures. They don't have an answer for Marcus Smart. And again, that's just the reality is because they don't have the best. They don't have the better team. They don't have the better roster. Nor do they have the better coach. They just have LeBron. And LeBron elevates the level of play because he plays team first basketball versus playing like a guy who I love the most. You know, my favorite player, Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant is like, forget all this, I'm gonna be Kobe. You know, LeBron plays through his team. That's the way he plays basketball. But right now, I don't see the Cavs winning this series. I got them winning game 3. They don't get swept. But at most, this goes 6, and the Boston Celtics advance to the NBA Finals.
Let me take you a little trip back down memory lane. All right, it's 2000. I think it's 2007.
When he makes the finals?
No, let me do it right. I think it's 2011. 2011.
Lynn Brown said, "Why, Fred? Why do I look so upset?" Now we're talking about the Cavs. I don't look upset. I just think LeBron James don't have no help.
Yeah, 2000.
That's my level of frustration.
I think
he has no help.
I think it's 2011 when the Miami Heat lost Chris Bosh. It was just Wade who wasn't giving you nothing, and LeBron.
Yes.
And you was down 3-1 to the Pacers. 3-2 to the Pacers.
Think they were down. No, they were down. Who were they down in the playoff run?
They were down to the Pacers because the Pacers they had to go to Indiana to. It's like it was 2 years back to back. It was 2 years back to back.
I think they're down to the Pacers.
This one I'm talking about was when it was down to the Pacers. When Frank Vogel had Roy Hibbert playing out of his mind.
Right.
When he had when Danny Granger was my dog.
Danny Granger.
You know what I'm saying? Look, his teammate now, but he was on the opposite side with George Hill. They had Nick Collison. They had
Darren Collison on that team.
Darren Collison, I'm sorry.
Right.
Darren Collison and Lance Stevenson, who was actually producing offensively wise.
Right.
And they had everything going for them. And LeBron James put his
head down. They had David
down.
West too.
Yeah. And LeBron James put his head down, came out and he got 50, triple double when Wade not doing that. And that you can't. The support cast for that Battier, he a Duke guy. I'm always gonna give a little more for the Duke guy, but let's just face the fact, Battier didn't give him.
He was old.
You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't bad, but he was old.
Ray Allen maybe went like 2 for 5
right.
in that one, and like I said, they lost Chris Bosh.
Right.
So he has a way to just. He has that way. I would never count LeBron out of a series till I see
until he's on. Until he's on.
What they did, what LeBron team did against the Warriors, down 3-1. First team ever to do it.
Yes, but he had Kyrie.
Yeah, don't say
he had Kyrie.
He
had a man who could set pace.
He had Kyrie to help him. Kevin Love finally woke up.
But he had a guy who could get 40.
You know what I'm saying? But I was saying, you don't have,
You don't have that guy.
But see, this is the thing.
You don't have that guy.
You don't have to have one guy to do. What if LeBron gets 41? Kevin gives you his 20. Somebody else matches his 20, and then you have 9, 8, all scattered out. You can win with that.
Yeah, but
you don't have to get 40 from one individual person. That's what I'm saying.
I don't disagree with you on that, but the problem I have is the J.R. Smith and the Rodney Hoods and the George Hills and the Jordan Clarkson ain't giving me nothing.
But see,
they ain't giving it to me.
Home might do something for you. First of all, let's think. All right, Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
Larry Nance.
These guys used to be at home right now. LeBron put him on his back and say,
Rodney Hood.
They used to be
these
at home.
guys, look, this is the most basketball they played ever in their life.
Step up.
This is the most.
Prepare your body.
Nah, look, Jason Tatum. Look, he made a run at Duke.
Yeah.
Came to the league.
But but he has great coaching too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But he don't have to be the it guy.
Coaching.
Jaylen Brown did this last year.
Right.
Terry Rozier was on this ride for this. You know what I'm saying? So and then Al Horford's done this plenty of times.
In Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a second, third guy.
Just keep going on and on. Like these guys, they
Marcus
might.
Morris been in the playoffs last year with
the last couple years with Detroit.
And
all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You look at this core guys and like, all right, this doesn't phase them. So that's where they have to edge at. as a team as a whole, like, look, do they have a better player than LeBron James on their team? No. But as a team as a whole,
but after LeBron, they have better players.
As a team as a whole,
they have better players.
They don't. The situation don't fade them. They played the same amount of basketball. Do they have the hardware? No. But
I think Jaylen Brown is better than J.R. Smith. I think that Jason Tatum is better than a lot of their second best. I think Terry Rozier has played out of his mindset the playoffs. I think he's better than George Hill and Jordan Clarkson and all them other dudes. I think they have a better team overall. They just don't have that superstar because Kyrie Irving is sitting on the sidelines right now. But reality is they have the best coach in the game. They have one of the best. They have the best roster in the East, and right now it's showing. All the Cavs got is LeBron.
Scoop McClure said, St. Clair said, just saying, LeBron is top 3-5 all time in my opinion. But if he makes other better, then why is everyone's number lower when playing with him? Being honest, Wade, Bosh, Love's numbers dipped. Even Clausen's with the Cavs went from 15 to like 5 points. Okay, look, this is the problem. It's not LeBron that makes that makes their numbers dip. It's the coaches. See, what's the best way to play? All right, Tim Duncan is a once-in-a-lifetime type player. Just like a LeBron.
Once in a lifetime.
You know what I'm saying? The chance of you find another 6'8", 250 guy that can run the floor, do everything that a guard can, and can guard
20 years from now.
You know what I'm saying? You know, look.
20 years from now.
They still putting steroids in chicken. So, you'll eventually find
He'll find one.
But this is the thing about it. This is the main thing about it. Most of the coaches that LeBron have, name me a solid coach that LeBron has had.
I'll wait.
Paul Silas, Mike Brown, Eric
Spoelstra, David Black, Tyronn Lue. I'll wait.
Most of these guys, let's just face the fact, they are in awe of what they see. So they sit back so instead of being a coach, they be a fan. They're like, oh yeah, I'm the coach. I gotta get this thing rolling. So most of the sets that they have, everybody just sitting and watching LeBron. LeBron has to create, like, LeBron, if you watch some of the sets, like LeBron will come up in the half-court offense, everybody sitting there looking at LeBron. LeBron got to move to a side of the floor just to get guys to move. Right. That's not on him. That's on the system that he plays in. But then if you look at somebody like a Phil Jackson who coached Michael, who's coached Kobe and stuff, look, he had a system.
Brown, he says that.
You know what I'm saying? He had a system and he had a set. Stevenson has a system and a set. Pop has a system and sets. Mm-hmm. I don't care who my main guy is, everybody's gonna get moving because look, eventually you know where I'm trying to get the ball, but you don't know how I'm gonna get that guy the ball.
Right.
And that's just the thing. So if the coaches is not helping you, let's just play what if. Let's just play what if.
Right.
All right, let's just play what if. As much as I love Shaq didn't win a ring without
Kobe Bryant.
Without Kobe Bryant.
Got to the finals.
Always. But he also didn't win a championship without a set. Everybody knew the ball was coming to him, but how you was gonna give it to him. Then up he goes to like up, they get Phil Jackson. Up, here's the triangle. Here's the triangle offense, and we're gonna run the triangle offense through the big man instead of through the guard like we had with Michael. Now you get it. Then he goes to the Heat.
Miami.
Well, guess what? Pat Riley's done this before. Pat Riley had Magic, Kareem, James, Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, all at the same damn time. He knows how to do this. He hasn't seen a team tougher than what the goddamn the Celtics was. So he knew. So this was easy for him. He got a young up and coming Wade, and he had Shaq. So would Shaq have done it without those two coaches? And look, as much as I love Shaq, I'm telling you no. LeBron, look, as much as I love LeBron,
he done without coaching.
It's not done without coaching. That's what it is. Now, did Tyronn Lue do something? Look, he had one pivotal set that messed up their whole game when they came back from the Warriors. They was running the pick and roll through Kyrie and LeBron. And they were running the pick and roll through Kyrie and LeBron.
And they got the matchup with Kyrie on Steph.
Yeah, they destroyed the living mess out of it. And that's what gave them the shot. But if you take that set away, LeBron don't win that one. So, you know.
2-7. Which I don't want to say it, but P.J. Brown says, you know, I'm going to go back to some of the old comments. You know, the Cavs suffer from their team sitting back and watching LeBron. It's hard to get in the rhythm when you're not active. You got to get easy buckets. Make some cuts. Hell, do something, make some cuts. Hell, do anything from what you've been doing. Ricky Brissett said, trash. You know, Fred McDowell says, does Boston have a big three in the making?
Man, Boston got a six-man.
That's a situation there, because you got Rozier, Tatum, and Brown.
You still got Hayward.
You still got Hayward. You got Kyrie. I mean, that's a great question. Michael White says Celtics better give Marcus Smart a contract, though. I think Marcus Smart is a great player. I think he's a good fit for what Brad Stevens want to do. But I think when we look at Marcus Smart, I think when he becomes available in the open market, I think if he become a starter, I think Marcus Smart, especially if they get to the final, I think players want to win, but I think they understand market and opportunity, meaning that if a team going to pay Marcus Smart starting point guard money, then I think it's best for Marcus Smart to take the money. You know, if Orlando say, hey, guess what, man, we traded Alfred Payton. Hey, look, Marcus Smart, we need a point guard. Hey, look, we're going to pay you $15, $16 million a season. I think Marcus Smart take the money.
P.J. Brown makes a hell of a point. He says it's the coach's fault that these guys' number dip when they play with LeBron. They basically make everyone a spot-up shooter in the offense and rely on LeBron to do everything. If LeBron would have a great dominant coach that could make adjustments and implement other guys more, he may have more rings and a better finals record. Coaching matters.
Well, I would say this, and I think he's on to something, but you have to understand that the first 7 years he was drafted to Cleveland, that's what he was for. One, he never had a coach there.
Right.
So that's
no.
In Cleveland.
Paul Silas is and I'm telling you, like, when you think of the game of basketball,
he's a basketball mind. He's a good basketball mind.
You know what I'm saying? When you think of the game of basketball, are you gonna put him down the court? No, but he's a great basketball mind, and you know he was just. The game had just started getting away from him. He was old. He was old when he was in New Orleans.
Right. You know this game was starting to get the tip of the iceberg of the involvement of the three-point shot.
Right.
2003 was that first time where you start seeing more three-point shots being shot. 14 years later, it's the norm. Right. So his style of coaching fit the 90s and the 80s. It was just later on out. You know, his main coach was Eric Spoelstra and Mike Brown. And he didn't have Greg Popovich. You see what I'm saying? He didn't have a Brad Stevens. You know? He didn't have a Pat Riley. Pat Riley didn't coach that Miami Heat team. That was Eric Spoelstra coaching. I'm not saying Pat Riley didn't have any input of getting guys together, but he wasn't on the sidelines coaching the team.
Right.
That was Eric Spoelstra. So he never had the coach. So he had to learn everything. And reality is, he is the best player in the world. So you're going to sacrifice your minutes, your numbers, to play with this guy, because he is going to set the tempo and the pace of what the series is going to be played at. That is the bottom line.
Here's another fact. Like, with LeBron on the court, you know you're going to get open shots. That's just facts. Until this man walks away,
you can give him shots
and not be.
J.R. Smith, step up.
You know what I'm saying? You know you're
Jeff Green, step up. George Hill, step up.
Am I the biggest Kobe fan? No. I respect him.
I am.
I respect the hell out of him. But think about the type of players that succeeded around Kobe. Kobe will take 35 to 40 shots and might make 17 of them.
Yes.
Kobe. All right? But here's the thing. When Kobe was surrounded by dominant rebounders like a Bynum, Paul Gasol, Shaq. Look, he always won.
Lamar got rebounds. Ron Artest got rebounds.
You know what I'm saying? When he was surrounded by dominant rebounders, because the shots didn't matter because he always had help. Now, later on, I'm going somewhere with this. Later on in his career, when the dominant rebounders left, Paul Gasol, Shaq, Bynum, Artest, Lamar Odom. Look, when those guys the Lakers stopped winning. Okay, flip it. LeBron, when he was trying to be the jump shooter, not driving to the lane and all that stuff, they wasn't winning. He wasn't winning at this level. And when he say, you know what, I'm driving this sucker to the
basket.
goal.
I'm the best player in the world.
Can't nobody stop me from getting there.
I'm the best player in the world.
And can't nobody jump with me. So good night. Good night. You might block me once, but I'm gonna try again.
This is barbecue chicken.
And here's the thing. When you that's just like, it's just human nature. If I tell you you can make $1 million a day, this is how you make your $1 million a day, you would not divert from how you make your $1 million.
No.
So, in the essence, for an athlete, look, if this is how you win this game, this is how you are successful in this game, for your team to be successful, this is what you have to do.
Right.
I don't care where I go. Why you think the big man had died out? Why you think Shaq died out? As great of a player as Shaq was, why you think 3-point shot and nobody was feeding into the post mode? Look, he's a Hall of Famer.
Because they're spreading the floor.
Top 50 guy. Unless he would have went to San Antonio, because that's the only one to say, look, I don't care how the game changing, we run this up with Drew Tim.
Yeah.
Parking Tim and Ginobili going to catch it off the wing. Look, after that, Shaq went from
team to team.
From
Phoenix
to
Boston to
Magic.
Cavs.
He went from the Magic to the Lakers. Lakers to the Heat. All right. After the Heat, it went crazy. He went from
Phoenix
the Heat to Phoenix, from Phoenix to the Cavs, from the Cavs to Boston. And he just kept bouncing because it was like, well,
the game was changing.
We know he's a great player. But look, what you do
doesn't apply to today's game in the NBA.
Dwight Howard, look, he was a phenomenal athletic talent. But look, point guards catch the alleys now. What you can do? What you doing? That's all. Well, you can't make a shot. You can't take nobody off the dribble. Look how many teams he's bounced around to. Now his attitude has a big part of that too. But the game has changed.
Yeah, he didn't fit in Houston. So he didn't fit in the Lakers uniform. He didn't fit in Houston. So he barely fit in Charlotte. But because their team is not good at all, his numbers are able to showcase themselves. But reality is, he didn't even fit in Atlanta. The game has caught up to that.
Look, you got a phenomenal talent in. I'm just gonna name some post guys, some guys that have back to the basket game, but the game's just not that fun because nobody does that. Andre Drummond, Greg Monroe, Paul Gasol. Marc Gasol, Zebo. You talking about those four guys.
I don't want to say this guy, but Hassan Whiteside is similar. He's not dominant as them, but his game is starting to catch up to him.
But you talk about like 5-6 years ago, these guys were not Pro Bowls.
All Pro players.
All stars.
Now Clint Capella could be an all-star because the
game changed. If you put Clint Capella in the 1990s, where they say, look, you got to post up.
He don't survive. He's a role player. He's Greg Carr.
Sean Bradley would make the All-Star game in this type of NBA. That's what it is. That's why I don't like the NBA, man.
You're bad.
No, NBA is soft, man.
No, it's not.
Man, basketball.
These are great athletes.
Basketball is soft.
These great athletes.
Man, look. First of all, why you soft? First of all,
can they don't have a helmet?
No. You play it in controlled conditions.
They play in the arena. What you want them to play in? Outside the street?
You play in controlled conditions. Ain't no wind gonna mess with your shot.
You're mad you gonna pay air conditioner?
Ain't no rain gonna stop the show. You surrounded. You're surrounded. You good. It's safer in there.
You mad because you're playing that?
I'm just keeping it real. It's like, what's the point of having a team in Detroit if the elements ain't gonna affect the game? It be negative Jesus outside.
It's the environment. They still have pace. They still have momentum.
Basketball
that don't change nothing.
Basketball soft.
Okay, so here's the question though. Back to the fans. Cavs, do the Cavs get swept? No. Can they win the series?
Yeah.
Will they win the series?
The game got to be played.
Game got to be played. I'm going to read some of these comments because we got to get ready to go to our next break. My man, Ricky Bashir said, I agree with PJ. I'll take the step further. And I think he likes being in control to an extent.
That's what I was getting at. Like, look, this is how he was successful.
Right.
You're not gonna, don't change what got you here.
But my man, Doobie Hero said, "What's up, Fred? Kobe needed Shaq." David Dubois says, Shaq was a shell of himself, fat, out of shape, in the knees. That's why he fell off. You know, after year 11, he's done. You know, he was done. Howard didn't play like Shaq. The game ain't caught up, but nobody ain't like Shaq. Ain't nobody like Shaq. I agree with you on that, 1,000%. Ain't nobody like Shaq. Ricky Boucher says Marc Gasol developed at 3 though.
I am nowhere near drunk, son. Nowhere near.
You know,
drinking orange juice, man.
You know, Marty B asked me, you know, who y'all think gonna win it all? The Warriors. The Warriors.
LeBron.
Until someone beats NBA, Olympic Junior or whatever, I'm going with them.
Look, man, I'm going because I don't like basketball. You know, y'all, it's proven. You know what I'm saying? I go with my page.
That LeBron James is the most complete player in the world.
I'm going with LeBron. So look, LeBron and them could lose this series. I'm still gonna say LeBron gonna win because I win on 2K. That's all.
I win on 2K.
That's all the ring I'm gonna get.
You know, and Lynn Brown says the Rockets. But Ricky Boucher says him and drunk now. You know, it's not football, but the environment thing. Shaking my head. Call you drunk. You're bad.
I'm nowhere near drunk. I just showed the whole world. Look, I'm drinking orange juice.
Orange juice. We both drinking orange juice.
What is it? Simply early? That's simply early at the early best, whatever it is.
Well, listen, it's the top of the hour, guys. Listen, we got to take our next break. Listen, when we come back, we're going to ask this question is, you know, should the Boston Celtics trade Kyrie Irving? They made it to the conference finals. They may make it to the NBA finals. But should the Boston Celtics trade Kyrie Irving this offseason? We'll be back. Fam.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Liveline, here to tell you about the hottest bar on the West Bank, After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Come check us out on Monday for steak and oyster night. Thursday, free seafood night. Friday, 3-for-1 happy hour. Saturdays, ladies night, and always open for parties. And then Sunday, Saint Sunday, oldie but goodie Sunday. Come find out what is hidden for at After Dark Sports Bar, 419 LaPelco Boulevard in Gretna. Doors open at 6, 12 p.m. on Sundays. After Dark is a non-smoking atmosphere. What it do, y'all? It's DJ Slick Daddy from the Live.
Turn down for what? Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports, New Orleans Talk Network. Listen, tag a friend to the page. This is our time, our moment when us as fans get the chance to talk sports, baby. We know we're talking the NBA playoffs. This is what we do every Thursday. FanView, we get it on and popping. This is the number one. This is gonna be the number one sports show. I believe in my heart of hearts. The number one sports show on Facebook Live. This is our time. Us as fans, we get to sit down, and talk, and communicate about what's going on in the world of sports. Right now, we're talking the NBA playoffs. You know, obviously, Game 3 of the Boston Celtics Cavs is gonna be Saturday. Warriors, Rockets, Sunday. We got NFL right around the corner, baby.
Yes.
We got spring game coming up, high school football.
Yeah.
We got training camp coming up in July, preseason coming up in August.
Football
right around the corner. We got MLB going on right now. Mike Trout has probably had one of the best historic seasons in MLB history. I know a lot of people don't follow baseball, but I've been paying a little attention.
Yankees, baby. That's what we
Mike Trout been doing his thing.
Fuck that, Yankees.
Mike Trout been doing his thing. Don't get it twisted. Don't forget about the Yankees, baby. Aaron Judge.
John Carlos Stanton.
John Carlos Stanton. But we talk baseball in the postseason, baby. We don't talk about baseball.
We don't talk baseball up here.
We do.
Straight up.
We talk about baseball. We mentioned it in
we
the
mentioned baseball one time
in the World Series
because of the Cubs and the Indians was playing, and it was like
that was historic.
It
was historic.
One of these guys was gonna break the route.
It was historic.
That was it.
It was historic.
And we ain't talking about baseball since on this show. Facts.
But it's something every now and then we're talking about. You know, you got now and then get a little back.
If Ken Griffey ain't holding that wood, no homo. Ain't shit to talk about for us. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about.
Listen, we get into the conversation. Listen, guys. I'll read a few more comments. You're still rolling with the Warriors. PJ Brown says still rolling with the Warriors, and I think the Celtics have a chance because of Brad Stevens, but it's hard to count on LeBron out. VK Jones says, get up for first place, Atlanta Braves, baby.
Man, get out of here, man. Y'all ain't been shit to Chipper.
Y'all ain't been shit for Chipper Jones and Andrew Jones.
Well, hold on. What's the boy? Bobby Cott? Man, look, y'all won like 15 million divisional championship and get put out the first round. I'm talking about the Braves.
Mike Trout. Only reason we talking baseball. That's it. The rest of this, and Carlos Stanton and the Yankees, baby. The rest of y'all, we can call it, hold it down. But
thanks.
Here's the deal. Boston Celtics right now in the conference finals. Right now, should they consider this offseason trading Kyrie Irving?
Look here, man. Tell you straight up. And y'all know how I feel about Duke basketball players.
Don't you say it.
Well, I'm going to be just 100. I look at it. I got Rozier here for cheap. I got a backup in Smart. I got Jaylen Brown. I'm getting Gordon Hayward back, who don't have to learn my system because he knows my system. I got Tatum. I got Horford. Everybody on a cheap salary except Horford and Hayward. Get rid of this guy.
You trade a superstar.
This man showed you he don't need a superstar.
Got a little point there.
He showed you he don't need a superstar.
Got a point there. I'm trying to debate you, but you hit me with blows right now.
Look, this is the thing. And look, I love Kyrie because Kyrie's a Duke guy. He's a Duke guy. Y'all know how I feel about Duke, baby. The Blue Devils. I do everything that's blue except the Crips. I don't do that game bang shit because where I'm from, we do hoods. Okay.
I'm still not trading Kyrie, but go ahead. You're throwing me blows. I'm taking the punch. I'm trying to take the punches.
But this is a fact. I just look at what this team, what you could possibly do. You could trade Kyrie, free up all that space. Let's say, all right, so you free up all that cap space. Could you imagine going and get somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that fits, somebody that's like, all right, let Rozier take the show. Or you get that, the biggest thing is you get that monkey off your back.
Right.
Excuse me. Or I do something like this. Horford, I want you at your natural. Get to the folk.
Okay.
Gordon Hayward gonna play the 2. Rozier play the 1. Jaylen will start. And Tatum will be our swing guy. Between the 4 and the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, what's a center that just give people problems?
Boogie.
Okay. Holla at your boy. Or I got another person for you.
Boogie give people problems.
Yeah, I got another person for you. Because Boogie's just too easy. I won't go realistic.
But see, understand.
I won't go.
You're getting Kyrie Irving right now for $20 million.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You know who ain't making $20 million?
Terry Rozier.
And a dog?
Terry Rozier.
No, I said dog. You know what I'm saying? He having a nice moment. Let's see what he do. You know what I'm saying? But this is the facts. Could you imagine if the Boston Celtics say, look, hey, Detroit Pistons, what's good? Look, take Kyrie Irving, give us Drummond, and a pick in the future. It could be 2, because NFL can't do this, but NBA can go like 2 or 3 years in the future is what they pick.
Okay.
You take Kyrie, give us Drummond, and like 2 years from now, first round pick. That gives you Rozier, who is uber athletic point guard, what this NBA is evolved into.
Okay.
You got what Gordon Hayward gonna give you. You see what he did in Brad Stevens' office in college. Just imagine, look, he done grown, bigger, stronger. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what he gonna do in his office at the Pro.
He's gonna play.
You already see what Jaylen Brown can do for him. You put Al Horford to the 4, which is his natural position.
Right.
And you bring in a rebounding machine and a defensive anchor in Andre Drummond, who's low maintenance, who's young, who's affordable. And guess what? This roster will be together for at least 4 years because of the contract situation. Come on.
I ain't trading Kyrie.
I'm just saying.
Good idea. I follow you. I follow you.
This is the thing. Look what you got without him.
Right.
What's the plus to having him? Your whole offense gonna change. Your whole offense gonna change. You're gonna be up there with the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets in the bad shot category. Because as much as I love Kyrie, because he's a Duke guy, he take bad shot. Look,
my only issue with Kyrie is his durability.
When they won the championship that year, the three that just put the game out of reach for them was a horrible shot. Go look at the damn shot again.
But he made the bucket.
It's because he made it. That's the only reason why nobody talk about. That's the only reason why nobody say is a bad shot. That's the only reason. It's just like in football. If you throw the ball up and Julio make a catch.
Aaron Rodgers makes some bad throws, but at the end of the day, some guys make catches.
Nobody talk about it because it's because of the end result. The fact of the matter is that's a horrible shot. So I'm just looking at look, I got all young. And not saying Kyrie is old, but just go back with Kyrie. He didn't even finish his full year at Duke.
He only played 8 games. Still the Blue Devil.
He played his first 2 years. Well, no. His first year he was injured.
Yeah.
Second year he was injured. His third year he
Durability is an issue.
Look, every year he's
Durability is an issue.
Every year he's injured. So, look, go. I don't care how good you are. If you're not availability, gotta be on the intangible list some type of way. So you could be good as hell, but you sit on the sideline. What the hell that do me?
Right now, because he's on the sidelines.
Yeah. What does that do? How does that help me?
Here's my thing.
And I'm paying $20 million. I'm not. That's just like paying a car note on a goddamn car
you
can't drive. Get rid of that motherfucker.
Here's my thing. I'm looking at Kyrie Irving. I'm saying to myself, man, I got myself a superstar talent. The durability is an issue here. We knew that obviously from Duke, and we knew that now going into the NBA that durability is an issue here. Man, look, we all know come next year, I don't care what anybody says, I think Boston win this series and goes to the NBA final. We all know one thing. Kyrie Irving or Terry Rozier, one of these guys going to be on this team. One of them got to go. Terry Rozier is not backing up any point guard in this NBA come next season. That's just, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Terry Rozier has showed in this playoffs that he is a starting point guard in the NBA. So I don't see this guy backing up anybody. But do I think that if I'm the Celtics, I'm gonna stay with the all-star player because I think I can still get some of value from Terry Rozier. You know what I mean? I would try to trade him and see what you can add to your team overall because he's a younger player than Kyrie Irving. I think some teams feel like, okay, I could probably still want to build some situation and pair him up with somebody.
Okay, question.
But I would keep Kyrie Irving.
You trade Rozier.
Yeah.
All right. Kyrie get hurt. What the hell you do now?
Resign Marcus Smart.
That's your answer?
Yeah.
They'll be out in round 1.
They still got Tatum and Brown, and still got Horford, and they got Gordon Hayward coming back.
Who was the turning point for this whole playoff? It was Terry Rozier.
Rozier.
Since Kyrie went down, it was Terry Rozier. Now, David Dubois said they were on the way to the first place, and he was in the MVP race. Now they're number 2 going into the playoffs. Fought Milwaukee to 7. Could have went anywhere you think about trading the best player on the team. Look, this is the thing.
I'm not trading him.
He's not the best player. If you talk about like overall, he's the best player on the team. But you talk about the best player on the team for the team, he's not. Gordon Hayward is that. Gordon Hayward is that. He hadn't played for them.
I think Gordon Hayward comes off the bench next year.
Hell no, he don't come off the bench.
Who you put
Gordon Hayward is not coming off the bench.
Who on that team right now? And you telling, hey, look, you're not.
It don't matter.
Tatum or Brown? Which one you tell me to take a back seat?
Whoever, because Gordon is coming. Look, first of all, he plays the 2. They don't have a 2.
So I'm telling Rozier or Brown, which one you come on the bench next?
Rozier plays the 1.
No, I'm talking Tatum or Brown. Who come on the bench?
They play the 3.
They both can't play at the same time.
So that's a charge for the damn great coach of Brad Stevens. But I'm telling you, look, do you know how, and I'm speaking for this as a coach, you know how easy it is for this past week, I met Ed Oliver, who's going to be probably the first defensive lineman taken in the next year's draft.
Right.
High school coach. He also happens to be his college coach. You know how easy it was for everybody to buy into the system? Because here's this guy who put out multiple in college defensive linemen, got a job. He's been coaching Ed Oliver since he was in 6th grade.
Right.
Got a job before Ed Oliver's senior year. The Ed said, you know what, I'm not going nowhere. I'm sticking with the guy that got me.
He got me here.
And he goes there. And when he steps on campus, he's instantly the best guy. And everybody follows suit. Because, look, all you got to do is say, look, this is what we're doing. And your best guy can lead by example.
Right.
When you could just sit there and just draw up and say, look, and we running this play right here. Okay, coach. And you don't have to explain to him. Now he can sit there and talk to a Terry Rozier. Look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stagger this guy now. I'm going to stagger this guy because that's going to give you an easier cut. And I'm going to swing around. Then he going to have to pop to me. If he pop to me, you got the clip drive. If he sink on you, then I'm wide open and we got the swing or I got the shot. You know, when he could, it gives you an added coach on the field, on the court and a better, you know what I'm saying, and it makes you better as a whole.
Now, David Bourgeois says this. They were a machine. How would you know if Hayward was a good fit? He played 7 minutes. I'm with David on this one. Kyrie Irving showed me that he's probably the star of that team.
Did you not see? You see how you know? Do anybody know how Brad Stevens got to the league? Anybody know that?
Butler.
You know who was his guy for 4 years?
Well, 2 years. He had Gordon Hayward.
No, it wasn't 2. He
left as a sophomore.
He had him for 4 years.
No, he didn't. He had him 2.
He had him 4 years.
2.
He had him 3 years. No, he really had 3. He left as a junior. When he took that shot, he was a junior. He had him for 3 years. But his system didn't change. He went to the Jazz. You know what the Jazz head coach did?
What?
He went sat down with Brad Stevens and found out Gordon Hayward's best sets. What was the sets that he liked, and he implemented them there at the Jazz. Guess what? The guy became an all-star.
Yeah.
With Brad Stevenson's sets. So don't tell me how do I know what he's gonna do. The man became an all-star in the West, doing the stuff that he's been doing since college. And then you put him with the guy who got him there. Of course I know, yeah. That's just like telling me Michael Jordan in his prime, Phil go to the sorriest team in the league. Michael goes with him. Michael comes the year after. He gets hurt. But how do I know Michael gonna be the best person in the team?
Yeah, but you're not talking about. You got Kyrie Irving here now.
You can have it's not too many coach-player recognitions that you got out there to go by.
What I'm saying is Kyrie Irving, when I watched him now this season, throughout the regular season, he showed me that, man, he can set tempo, he can set the pace. Now, granted, Boston is having a phenomenal and an outstanding, postseason run right now with Brad Stevens, with Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum, and Al Horford, and a lot of those guys. But, man, when I saw Kyrie Irving doing on that team without Gordon Hayward, that team was arguably the best team in the Eastern Conference with Kyrie Irving. See, what I don't know from Terry Rozier is that I can't tell you that for 82 regular season games that the Boston Celtics could be the #1 seed.
Hell,
I can say that.
You can't say that with Kyrie because Kyrie didn't play all 82.
He played most of them.
No, he didn't. He got to the play. He got to the goddamn He didn't play the All-Star game. He got hurt the week before the All-Star game.
No, he played the All-Star game.
He played the All-Star game?
Yeah, he played the
He got hurt right after the All-Star game.
He got hurt like 10 games after. But what I'm saying is
Terry Rozier played in all 82.
Off the bench, but then Kyrie got hurt.
And then he look, did Kyrie?
You making me gonna look up how many games Kyrie played in this year.
All right, look, we seen what Kyrie can do when it's just him by himself. What Kyrie did with the Cavs.
This is a different Kyrie Irving.
And
he had LeBron to help him with this.
Before LeBron.
Oh, it was bad. It was Cleveland was bad.
Okay.
Cleveland was bad. He was bad.
He has done nothing different to change his game or change the type of player that he is.
But his play has now decided pace and tempo. He couldn't
His
decide
play
pace
always-
and tempo when he was a 19-year-old player coming to the league.
His play always decide that, even with LeBron.
But now he's a much developed player. He's used to being around the league now. I couldn't ask this guy to do that at 19 years old. I can ask him to do that at 26. Now that he's won a championship,
He can't play for you. He can't play for you because he's never available.
Steph Curry can play for the Warriors. He's always hurt.
Nah, Curry. Look at that team. Look at that team.
Got a lot of dudes over there.
Look at that team. That's just, man. Come on now, be realistic. That's not even a good argument there.
What I'm saying is, if Kyrie Irving, to me, is a superstar in the league, I'm not just open to trading superstars because I don't know what Terry Rozier is going to do for that team on a regular season basis. I know what he's done this postseason.
Guess what?
He's outstanding.
You know.
But I ain't trying to try to trade Kyrie Irving.
You know who knows what Terry Rozier can do for that team?
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens and Danny. When teams tried to go get him and trade for him,
They said hell.
they said no. Why do you think so now?
The team
They was carrying 3 point guards. They say, look, give us that Rozier guy. Nah. Give us Marcus Smart. Nah. We ain't getting rid of none of them.
You gonna
Come
look
on,
at Kyrie Irving stats?
Look it up. Look it up. Look up how many games he played. Look, that's the only stats I want to know. Games played over his career. How many years he been in the league?
I want to talk about this year.
How many years he been in the league? How many years he been in the
He
league?
played 60 games this year.
24
points.
How many years he been in the league? How many years he been in the league?
He been in the league 7 years now.
How many times he played how many times he played majority of the games? This is the first damn time. Come on now.
No, in 2013 he played 71 games. 2014 he played 75 games. 2016 he played 72 games. This year he played 60.
That shit lying.
No, it's not lying. This is the numbers. He played 60 games this year, averaged 24 points. I'm not trading that guy
51,
for a guy who barely
50,
averaged 18.
50, 60.
71.
Four times he hadn't made it to 60. 4 times. 1, 2, 3. He's only made it to 70 3 times in his career. But that's your guy. That's
my guy.
So when you don't play for the regular season, you play for the playoffs. So you telling me he'll get you to the regular season and not be available for you to playoffs. What's the point?
Well, you got to get to the regular season to get to the playoffs.
What's the point?
Terry Rozier's averaging 18 points. Kyrie averaged 24. That's 6 points. That's a lot of points in the league.
But you know what also it does? With Terry Rozier 18, they got everybody else a chance to shoot and score. Kyrie 24 ain't your average 24 because where Kyrie 24 gonna come off with like 17 to 25 shots.
Now PJ
the
Brown.
Man idol is the Mamba.
Now that's a great idol.
He gonna shoot the damn ball.
That's a great idol. You know, PJ Brown says Brown or Tatum gonna have to split minutes. I'm sure Brad Stevens will find a way to implement both of them, but Gordon Hayward got to start.
Look, and I don't even like basketball. I know reality.
I'm just looking at the situation. I'm saying to myself, man, look, Jason Tatum is young, Jaylen Brown is young. Come next year, man. I'm not saying that Gordon Hayward is not a phenomenal talent, but what I'm saying is those guys had a heck of a season, and that team made it to the conference finals while Gordon Hayward only playing 7 minutes. I'm not jeopardizing those guys' minutes when a guy who I signed, who was going to be an all-star player, but only gave it 7 minutes. These two guys showed that, hey, guess what? He can give me 18. He can give me 17. In the league is not ready for their athleticism.
That sound fine. That sound fine and goddamn it, but it ain't facts. Especially when it comes to the coaching world. Prime example. I coached D-line at AB.
Yeah.
Just so happened the #1 player in the nation plays D-line.
D-line. You coach him.
Ask me how many practices how many snaps he got in spring this year.
How many snaps?
Not damn one because he's hurt. But goddamn it, if this
when football starts,
and look, we had some 8th graders, we had some other guys come in. You know, that's great, that's good. Building up my goddamn depth. That's what I like. But guess what? Come August, week 1, well, the Jamboree when we play Southern Lab. You think I'm gonna put the guys that practice that they made you all spring, all that showed up everything, put Ish in there.
Ish started.
Well, see, but Ish, Gordon Hayward is this guy Ish. Look, this motherfucker that put me on the map. You man, shit, man. Look, that sound good. Yeah, that sound all fine there. But look, reality is, this guy I know. Look, and then with coaches. It's like playing a game with somebody. You always go with the guy that you know got your back.
Right.
He knows without a shadow of a doubt Gordon Hayward got his back.
He coached him. He recruited them. Now, P.J. Brown says this. No, he can go small and put him at the 3 and the 4 that brings a lineup that can shoot, defend, playmaker, and still play unselfish.
It was all. Look, that last word that he said is not Kyrie Irving.
Oh, that Kyrie Irving, he's not the ball stopper that Westbrook and Harden and Melo are, and he's not.
Look, bro, I don't know.
Or DeMarcus Cousins is, you know what I mean?
Look, bro, you tripping. You tripping bad. Look, why you think the main reason why he wanted to get away from Cleveland? Man, look.
They don't shoot the ball.
I can shoot it, but I can't shoot it like Kyrie want to shoot. You look, when you start talking to yourself, when you talk about yourself in third person, that's when you know you got a problem. Kyrie got to shoot that thing. Look here, man. I want to, you know.
So the man talking about himself in third person.
Man, look, man. You see how Kyrie hit Steph with the wham, bam, 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 little turnaround, boom, look. Kyrie called that off the glass, baby. We want to shift. Kyrie got to do his own thing, baby. Look, when you try to contain Kyrie ain't gonna get it to you like
so
you
where's
want.
the best fit for Kyrie Irving? I don't think it's Detroit.
I don't care if it's Detroit. I'm looking at what's the best. If I'm the GM, I don't care what's the best fit for the person I'm trying to trade. I'm thinking about what's the best fit for my team. And if I can get somebody, if I can flip a Kyrie to Andre Drummond, young, still under contract, dominant force, especially what we do, and flip that to another potential first round pick that I could potentially flip off to get another player and still have cap room to go get somebody that can feel that can come off the bench, man. You talking about
and you slide a Reggie Jackson in there?
Dude,
come off the bench? Come off the bench?
I ain't signed Reggie Jackson if I was just starting the goddamn Little League team. That boy can't play for me. But I'm just saying, you go get you somebody.
You sign Marcus Smart?
Look, you can bring Rondo back.
You can bring Rondo back. Yeah, you said you can bring Rondo back.
Playoff Rondo is legit. You laughing? Shit.
Playoff Rondo that dude.
PJ hit it back. Kyrie hero is Kobe B.
That's a great hero, yeah.
Look.
You know, he getting shots and up with no matter what. He say Phoenix.
He gonna shoot that thing.
Phoenix going. And they say Phoenix, Kyrie going to Phoenix. Now, Phoenix got the first overall pick before we get ready to go to break. You're on the clock, Phoenix. Do you trade for Kyrie Irving or you take DeAndre Ayton? I mean, you know.
Well, you know.
You're on the clock.
What's my college team?
Duke.
Marvin Bragg III welcome you and your hair to
the Phoenix Suns.
Let's play ball, goddamn.
Play ball. Play ball.
But I'm just saying, like, could you imagine, like, cap gonna be an issue eventually? Well, you just get rid of $20 million a year. You covering up with somebody that's getting $11 a year. And you got they give you $9 million to play with this year, $9 million to play with next year. That's too.
I know Phoenix wanted to have Kyrie Irving, so you call Phoenix.
But you know what? I'm talking to Detroit, so you call Detroit and see what they want for. Maybe y'all could do a little 3-team switch around. But look, I need goddamn Trump.
What if you do this? You call time Phoenix. You got the first overall pick. Look. You take Kyrie Irving, I'm taking DeAndre Ayton.
You need a true center.
DeAndre Ayton not a true center?
No. He that new breed shit. Yeah, you ain't watched him play.
Yes, I did.
How many games?
5.
All right, you ain't watch him play then.
I did.
You ain't watch him play.
DeAndre Ayton can play in the lane. He can rebound. He can get the basket.
You know why? Because there's not many 7-footers out there in college basketball.
Y'all won in Texas.
Did he play against him?
No.
Okay then.
Well, he can play.
Give me Drummond. Bullshit. I ain't going for no potential. I'm going for what I know. Because I got a small window, and Drummond going to keep it open.
DeAndre Ayton, I think that'll be a fit for Boston. He'd be coached properly.
Look, Dave said it perfect. I want an NBA player.
DeAndre Ayton, an NBA player?
He not here yet.
Okay. What about Hassan Whiteside?
I don't want his ass, man. That motherfucker crazy. I don't want, man.
Andre Drummond can't hit free throws.
You see the nice wholesome people that Boston got right now.
Okay.
They ain't got no crazy person. You don't bring crazy into a non-wholesome environment.
What I'm saying is Andre Drummond can't hit free throws.
Okay, what to do? But he gonna get you damn 32 rebounds, 27 points. He gonna get everybody in foul trouble and
can't hit a free throw.
But God, you know what it do? It turns. And then he's a defensive stopper. So it's like, I ain't driving in there, and what we going to do on offense with him?
I don't know about that. I don't know about him. They said, I want an NBA player. I don't know. Call Phoenix, man. Get that first pick.
Man, because remember what happened with Lynn Bias?
I don't think DeAndre didn't like that.
How you don't know this man? Shit, you don't know that man. That man might be tooting his nose up right now as we speak. You don't know this man. He might come from a line. He might come from a family of habitual nose toot up.
Well, listen, man. Listen, we gotta take our last break. Listen, when we come back, we'll be talking a little NFL. Obviously, the Panthers are just being bought out for $2.2 billion. You know, what is the value now of an NFL franchise? We'll be talking about that. Obviously, we will be talking a little bit about, you know, sports gambling.
Yeah, we're going to talk mostly about that.
Sports gambling being legal now. You know, what does that mean now for pro sports? We'll be talking about that. Y'all stay tuned. FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Y'all come back. We'll be back in the next minute and a half. Don't go nowhere. Man, be tooting his horn, no nose and all that. The kid could be a good player.
He could be, but
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned into New Orleans Talk Network.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
The New Orleans Talk Network, now on your mobile device, on your computer, in your ear, and interactive. It's new, it's innovative, and it's on your mobile device. Android, iPhone, iPad, and on your computer. Take us wherever you go. Because we're interactive. 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255.
Welcome back, FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports New Orleans. Listen, thanks for everybody tuning in. We got over 100 comments right now for the live stream. We deeply appreciate it. Everybody tag a friend, let a friend know, get in the conversation. This is our time, our platform with us as fans. We get ready to talk sports. Right now, we're getting ready to talk Carolina Panthers. We're getting ready to talk some football right now. We got about 30 minutes left in this show. Actually, we have 25 minutes left in this show. And we're getting ready to talk football right now. The Carolina Panthers, Jerry Richardson decided to set a team to Pittsburgh Steelers minority owner. I think his name Dave Pepe. I can't pronounce his last name properly, but he was a minority owner for the Steelers. He also was a hedge fund manager for his own hedge fund. And he decided to buy the Panthers for $2.2 billion. Here's the question we want to ask everybody. Tune in, make your comments, leave your comments. We appreciate it. What is the value of an NFL sport franchise? If the Panthers got bought for $2.2 billion, I mean, are they worth that? Obviously, they got it. So you figure, hey, maybe this is their value. But what are the value for teams like the Cowboys now? What is the value if they went on the market? A team like the Saints, a team like the Steelers, a team like the Patriots, Redskins, What is the value now for an NFL franchise?
Well, it's too much that goes into it. Mm-hmm. You never know. It's geographically an issue, revenue stream and what you can bring to it. Also, players, and the TV deals that you buying into. So it's I don't know. You never know because times have changed. The value of a dollar is more now. So where you talk about back in 30 years ago, $2 million was getting you a team.
Right.
15 years ago, $100 million to $200 million
was getting your team.
Now
I'm on the Milwaukee Bucks. Maybe like 4 or 5 years back, I bought for $500 million.
Yeah, now what I'm saying. That's just the name of the beast.
Right.
The Clippers, a team who notoriously lose, got bought out for $2 billion. Got bought for $2 billion. So it is what it is.
I look at this, man. The Carolina Panthers now were bought for $2.2 billion. Obviously, my thinking is this now. You're going to start seeing a lot more NFL teams start being, maybe asking, putting their teams up for sale and seeing what you think that power ain't there?
No, the only reason why, because
Jared Richardson got caught up in some allegations.
Because look, man, let's just be real. NFL brings in the most money for their brand of business than any other league out there. That's just what it is. Nobody willingly gives. Nobody, like, every year when they cut the revenue check, these guys are getting the owners themselves are getting close to $1 billion. You don't walk away for $1 billion a year, counters just cause. These guys got money. Most of the owners, like, it's very few. Well, Wayne Rooney is no longer with us. It's very few. Jim Hasl's not even count Jim Haslett. Jerry Jones,
Dan Snyder,
the late Tom Benson,
right?
Sean Khan, I don't want to call Dan Snyder. He's not a good owner. But what guys? Well, I should call Dan Snyder because that they are fully invested in their NFL teams.
Right.
The rest of these guys like Jimmy Haslett. Look, this is like it's 100 business.
Right. He has multiple businesses.
This doesn't like like I can't put on my focus. I can't put on my focus here because I gotta look at everywhere else too. So it just most of these guys they treat owning a team like something to talk about at the country club. Like,
right.
What'd you do? I own the
kind of like Mark Cuban. I own the Dallas Mavericks, but I own so many businesses.
But he's invested in his team. You know what I'm saying? But like most of these guys, like, yeah, I own the Texans, but but my money isn't all, and I got I'm also chairperson of a record label.
Right.
So he's like, oh, okay, well, you just drew the team out there as a novelty. Most of these guys don't care about it, so you're not going to walk away from close to $1 billion every year, and it's steadily increasing year after year.
Now, David Bourgeois says NFL share revenue like $100 million each year. I'm just saying to myself, when the team sells for $2 billion, I'm asking myself, man, what is the worth of a sports franchise? What is the worth of maybe a team like the Saints now, who has a quarterback like in Drew Brees and for the past 12 seasons has now a different and rich type of culture. What is the value of the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, what is the value now of the New England Patriots? What is the value of, I know the Packers are not for sale because they have, shareholders, stockholders, so they're a lot different. What is the value of the Oakland Raiders who projected to move to Las Vegas? Now that, obviously Al Davis is gone, but his son is running, Mark Davis is running the team. What are the value of these teams? Are the Saints worth $3 billion? Are the Raiders worth $4 billion because they're moving to Vegas? I'm asking myself these questions because I'm saying to myself, man, I never heard of a sports franchise being sold for this amount of money. And I'm saying to myself, the Panthers, I mean, obviously they have Cam Newton. They got a good organization. They may have a good fan base down in Carolina, but $2.2 billion.
Yeah, like I said,
wow.
The value of a dollar has changed. That's just what it is. It's the way of the world. If you don't think the value of a dollar changes, just look at something simple as gas. Everybody needs it. But when we was coming up, our parents would give us $15 on one would damn near fill up your tank, depending on what you're driving.
Right.
No more. You spent no more than $20 on filling up a tank of gas. And now, the smallest car takes $20, and that only gets you the half.
Right.
The value of money has changed. Like I said earlier, the Clippers, notorious losers, sold for $2 billion.
Right.
And they in LA.
Right.
They sold for $2 billion.
Right.
Don't even have their own state.
They share a stadium.
You know what I'm saying? So, arena.
They share an arena.
Football has stadium.
Right. They share an arena.
Yeah.
With the Lakers.
So if a team that notoriously loses is worth $2 billion, that's just the going price. That is all it is. You're not gonna. If you're not, the only way you get a team less than $2 billion now, no matter what team it is, how the Cleveland Browns will sell for like $2 billion.
The Bengals will sell for $2 billion.
You know what I'm saying? But they've been more successful recently than the Cleveland Browns. But the only way you get a team less than $2 billion is if they open up a franchise. If they open up a new 2 franchise expansion draft type deal, well, all right, you could come in maybe $500 million, will make you the majority holder. And
I'm just asking myself, man, what are the Saints worth? I know Tom Benson-Johnson, I know Gail Sale, I know Gail Benson is not putting his team up for any capital compensation. I know she's also stated that the Saints are going to be in New Orleans. But I'm saying to myself, man, the Panthers sold for $2 billion. Man, I got to think the Saints worth at least 3.5. I'm just saying what market value for that organization can be. And I'm saying to myself, man, that's a lot of money. Man, I haven't really heard of, sports franchise really selling for the billions. Obviously, maybe some soccer organizations, but, that's just because that's worldwide. But NFL, I'm like, man, I never really heard of this, but I'm saying to myself, are we going to start seeing, now that the Panthers got $2.2 billion, are we going to start maybe seeing some teams like the Titans go up for sale, or teams like the Buffalo Bills go up for sale? You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the historic franchise, like maybe like the Steelers, maybe even the Lions. I'm not talking about historic franchise. I'm talking about teams like, in small markets like the Titans. A team like, I don't think the Houston Rockets will go up for sale, but I'm saying a team like the Buccaneers, could they go up for sale? Could they share a couple? Obviously they share a few different arenas throughout Florida. I'm saying to myself, man, Jared Richardson got $2.2 billion from a sexual organization situation going on down there. I mean, what are you thinking? You know what I mean? Could a team like the Chicago Bears go up for sale? Could they get more money? You know, I'm asking myself, what is the worth of an NFL franchise?
All right, this is Forbes. The Bills are the least has the least amount of net worth.
Right.
They worth $1.6 billion.
My goodness, it's a
They
lot
want
though.
$1.6 billion. That's the cheapest.
Wow.
That's the cheapest.
Wow. What are the Saints value? Then?
$2 billion.
Good Lord.
$2 billion.
I think they more than that because they got canceled. You know, but yeah, $2 billion. Go ahead.
$2
The
billion.
Colts, Jim Irsay. You know he not a very
The
good owner.
highest.
I mean Cowboys.
4.8.
Good Lord.
The Patriots is 3.7. The Giants is 3.7.
Right.
The fucking Washington Redskins is 3.1.
Right.
49ers 3.5. The Rams are $3 billion.
They just because they moved to L.A.
The Bears are 2.8.
Wow.
Texans are 2.8. Jets are 2.75. Eagles 2.6.
Now David
Broncos
Boudreaux said
2.6.
Saints not that valuable, fam. You know, no shot, just facts.
I just told you they worth $2
Two
billion.
billion.
I don't know what type of value is not $2 billion. I don't know how that's not valuable. But
I'm assuming he may be comparing it to the Cowboys or comparing it to the Redskins. You know, it may not be as valuable as those organizations.
The Colts are worth 2.3. The Panthers were actually worth 2.3 billion.
So they got 2.2.
So he saved $100 million.
Oh wow.
He saved $100 million.
He saved $100 million.
The Chargers are 2.275 billion. Cardinals 2. I'm looking at like teams that are historic. The Bucks are 1.975.
Right.
The Browns are 1.9.
Right.
The Lions are 1.7 billion. And
do we think as fans we're gonna start seeing the ripple effect of teams going up for sale?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, the Cowboys last year, and just revenue.
I know Jerry Jones ain't never selling the Cowboys.
The revenue is he got $840 million.
Right.
Just from the revenue share. That's not counting jersey sales, ticket sales, all that stuff. That's just revenue
But
share.
Jerry Jones ain't never selling the Cowboys. He's
All right.
inbred.
The guy that got the least amounts was the Bills.
Right.
He got $352 million in revenue share. That's not counting the tickets.
Right.
That's not counting. That's just counting what the NFL cut to them.
Right.
He got $352 million. The Saints got $400 million in revenue share. So why? That's what I'm saying. Why? So if that's just the revenue share, that's from the TV deals and the apparel deals. Now turn into your own
backyard
when you count tickets, concessions, individualized player jerseys, teams that earn their arenas like a Saints, events that go on in the Superdome and all that stuff. You count all that on the top. You like I say, you walk. That's $1 billion a year. Why would you sell it? Why would you walk away from $1 billion a year from you not doing a damn thing?
I mean, they still got to perform. But the owner ain't got to do a damn thing.
The owner ain't doing nothing. If his team, look, I just told you a team that didn't win a damn game last year in the Browns, right? The Browns didn't win a game last year, right?
No, they didn't win a game.
They got $365 million. You think Jimmy? Like I said, Jim Haslett is their owner. You think he care? You think he care to see me to win a game? No. Hey, did that check from Roger Goodell come in? What did it say? $352 million. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I mean, what?
Right.
Why walk away from that?
I've been thinking about what teams like the Falcons will work. Man, they got a new stadium now. I'm saying, man, just the name, not here to work.
The Falcons are worth $2.475 billion.
Wow, it's a lot of rep. That's worth a lot of money.
So I'm just.
Can I put it on the credit card?
So the cheapest team that you can buy is the Bills.
And you probably just to get part of it, you probably be buying it from how much they worth?
1.6.
1.6.
So they gon' look. You gotta. They gonna sell it for $2 billion.
They may sell it for $2 billion.
You gonna sell it for $2
billion.
That's just what it is.
I mean, I'm used to hearing. I remember a few years back, like I'm using NBA franchise. Man, I heard the Bucks got sold for $500,000. I remember there's another team in the NBA had got sold for like 300, 400,000. I can't remember what team offered head. And I'm saying to myself, man, then I think the start of this trend was the Clippers getting bought for $2 billion. Then you see, hey, the Panthers are being sold for $2 billion. You saying yourself,
Well,
man.
The Bucks was the last team before the Clippers. They got sold. So it was like, all right, it was still old TV deal,
right?
Old this, old that. The Clippers actually got, like, when the Clippers got sold, like the new CBA, the new TV network deals and all that stuff had just happened. So it was like, yeah, you about to walk into all this.
Right.
Yeah, you gonna have to.
You gotta pay up.
Yeah, you gonna have to pony up.
Pony up.
And look, think about. Look,
in the NFL, I'm assuming they're working on new negotiations for new deals.
The NFL
Guess what?
got a $10 billion contract with the ESPN. That's just ESPN. Guess what? They also show the games on NFL Network, so they got a contract with them. ABC, they got a contract with them. NBC got a contract with them.
Right.
And Fox.
Now, David Boudreaux said it's more about market and how high the buzz is for the team in per capita income. I think he makes a great point there.
No.
I think he's making a good point. Meaning that the Panthers are not surrounded by, give an example, the nearest sports franchise from Carolina is what? Atlanta.
And that's only 2 hours.
But going north, you talking about the Ravens?
You actually get to the Titans before them.
So you talking about going west?
Northeast. I mean, northwest.
Which is probably 5.5, 6 hours away.
The northeast is
north.
Northeast is the Ravens.
Right.
Then you get to the Jets and the Giants.
Right.
So DC.
Right.
But no, I think it's geographical. Like, first of all, it falls into play what your team, what city you in.
Right.
Not only what city you in, what's your fan base like.
Right.
So that's 1, 2. Then 3, who the hell you buying from? Because the NFL can't say, all right, this the price.
No.
The owner. If you buy it from somebody who just inherited this, or like, yeah, you know what, I gotta do too much, gotta go to too many meetings. I ain't trying to live like this. I just want to spend money.
Right.
You buy from that one, you might get a deal. What if you buy it from somebody like the Jerry Jones family, like who?
You out.
We do this.
You buy from a Rooney family, they do this. You buy from a Kraft family.
The thing is, they also business guys. So like, do I think Jerry Jones will sell the Cowboys? No. Well, somebody say, look, his $7 billion. What's good? He listening. Because he's a business guy. He's listening. Oh, yeah. I see what you're doing. Let me think about it. You know what I'm saying? But if you come to, hey, Jerry, look, man, look, I'm a football guy. I got buku money.
I got $3 billion.
You know what I'm saying? $3 billion. What's good? All right, look, this is how you get out of Valley Forge. You know what I'm saying? You make that right. You get to the Sun Belt overpass,
right?
And you take that sucker about 15 minutes and then bring you to the airport. You can hop back on the same jet that came here to bring that bullshit to me.
Now, David Boudreaux says this: dude bought the Bears for a hot $100 bucks. Now it's worth $1 billion. Belongs to his family still. That's a flip.
That's fact. But see that back, like what you talk about, like Bears was one of the original NFL franchise, not AFL, but like NFL franchise. Rich man back then
was worth some money, bro.
You gotta think what a guy at McDonald's make right now. You'd be considered wealthy back then. Not too many people was bringing. Look, it was taking people 3-4 months to see $1,000. That's pushing it. It probably took longer than that. You talk about the average family income back then, people was making right at $10,000, $15,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's most people working. So you come back right now. If we go back in the top 3 right now, watch out.
Right. I'm
Rock a who?
Well, I'm just looking at it from a position of, well, now that you see the Panthers bought for $2.2 billion, I'm saying to myself, man, what are some older or some younger NFL franchises are thinking? What is Jim Haslam thinking if he's the Browns? Man, can I get $3 billion? Can I get $3 billion?
No, he ain't selling that.
You know, if I'm Mike Brown, I think they made Mike Brown for the Bengals. Man, what can I get for the Bengals? What's somebody gonna offer me? You know, not to say that I have any allegations going on, but man, somebody offered me $3 billion. Do I sell out? You know what I mean? These are the things I'm thinking when the Carolina Panthers get $2.2 billion. It's a new set market for these NFL teams. No team is gonna get so under $2 billion.
And see, that's the thing. He said I was right.
1920. That's a hell of a flip. Now, I ain't waiting, 100 years to get that flip, but by all means, it's a great flip. But what I'm saying is,
his whole that franchise made his family rich. Like, it stayed in his family. That's right. Look. If you're a religious person, or if you're just a person of the world,
right,
with good morals, you know, the dream is not for you yourself to be rich,
for your family to be,
but for the people that
come behind you,
that the people that inherited what you got to be sustainable.
Right.
From 1920, just think about the Bears family owner.
Mm-hmm.
From 1920, when he bought it, it's now 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near 100 years, it stayed in one family.
Right.
How many? Did he do his job?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm just saying to myself, man, when I hear the next sports franchise being sold, I'm asking myself, I'm loving it. I'm asking myself, man, what are they going to be worth, man? $2.2 billion now is not the new standard. You're not buying a team probably for less than that. We're going to start hearing $3 billion, $4 billion later on. When teams, think about selling organizations, I'm just saying to myself, man, be unaware, be on the lookout for that, because the reality is, man, people are going to be listening to trying to be part of that fraternity.
But see, this is the thing. The only way that you're going to be in this fraternity now, because I say, excuse me, unless there's like some law that comes out and say, look, rich people, you can be rich, but if you in this bracket, you can't make more than this amount of money a year.
Mm-hmm.
You just people right here, you can't make more than this amount of money a year. So unless they come and say, look, we put a cap on how much money people can make a year, you're not getting in here. Prime example.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates tried to buy the Chargers one time? Money wasn't the issue. Money was not an issue. But the dude that owned the Chargers was like, nah, I don't have what you have by any means.
But you ain't got this.
But
you ain't got this.
I'm making money, and I don't have to do nothing. Who doesn't? Look, Bill Gates, as rich as I don't know what, but he got to work for his.
Yeah.
Now he done made it to a point in the world.
He don't have to work it he don't have to work as hard no more.
But this is the thing. If a problem comes up,
he got to figure it out.
He personally has to show up. He personally has to sit in the courtroom. If there's somebody say, look, we suing Microsoft, he personally has to come up. This thing about what Kaepernick and now Eric Reid situation, they suing the league.
Owners are showing up.
Owners are showing up now. That's it. But when they firing somebody, when somebody got cut, look, all they doing that. Hey man, this guy want $120 million contract. Is it good? Yeah, can he help us? Yeah, but I think we get it cheaper.
Sign him.
Sign him. You sure? Yeah, sign him. All right. Hey man, the revenue check came in. All right, what that sucker say? $500 million.
Going back to the golf course.
y'all holler at me. I see y'all in March when we gotta do the All meeting. All right.
Going back to the golf course,
buddy. Hey, make sure that you make the deposit for that concession stand, buddy. Make sure you make the deposit for the season ticket holders and all that stuff. It's easy, man.
Right now we gotta get ready to run. What's your take on Supreme Court ruling for sports gambling?
it's gonna take too long to get into.
I look at it this way. If you're a Louisiana resident like we are, don't look for this to benefit us, because first and foremost, we don't even allow internet gambling like DraftKings and all those other things. It's regulated federally, but on a state by state level. So yeah, so you're gonna start seeing more sport gambling in places like New York, maybe California, certain different states. Yeah, but if you're a Louisiana resident, man, it ain't coming to us. You can kiss this whole sport gambling deal goodbye. We don't allow internet sports gambling like DraftKings. You gotta have a Mississippi address and some foolishness. So I don't see how that benefits a Louisiana resident. But it's gonna have an impact around the United States, because other states will be allowed to have bookies, and you can be able to go to a local place. Depending on what your state you live in, it's gonna benefit those states. You just don't have to, do this from a Nevada standpoint. But Louisiana, we still screwed. It ain't gonna help us.
The thing I think is gonna change the most, I hate to say it, but we all seen the movie Blue Chips. It's gonna affect the college game.
It's gonna affect the college game.
It's gonna affect
the college game.
Because when you got a guy that's 17 to 18, young, from not a well-off family, got a kid, trying to help his mom out, and here come a guy come up to you like, look, here's $1 million. You know you're going to the league, you're gonna make it anyway, but I need you to lose against Georgetown. I can't have y'all cover the spread against Georgetown. Watch how much that start happening.
And that's where I think this is going to happen at, because it's now federal regulated. You're going to start seeing those type of activities happen. And I don't like that jeopardizing the sport of sports, because I'm passionate about sports. I love sports. But like you mentioned, like Blue Chips, you're going to start having these type of activities happen, because now this has been federally regulated, leading to have bookies. So guys will start saying, hey, listen, hey, this guy here, look, this is a spread. I need to make sure your team gonna cover the spread. Now, whether you win the game or not is up to you guys. But y'all can't win by this many points.
And then another thing that is gonna bring more conspiracies into the league
to the sport.
Let's just say, all right, this rule was about, like, remember Michael Jackson? Like, it's said that Michael had retired, but it's like 80% believe that the NBA forced him to leave because of his gambling problem. Because remember, it wasn't regulated, and it was said that he was gambling on himself and his team. So just imagine, now it's regulated. Now remember Donahue, the NBA ref.
Yeah, Jim Donahue.
So now, now think about it like this. This guy, look, he got this check is this. He got 3 kids in college. He's not making NBA player money. Look, he got a house note, this and that, mama needs surgery, kid need braces, such and such. Stuff here. He's like, man, look here. I can control this. I can control this. Watch that. But I think, I think this topic that we probably, I really wanted to get into today, but we'll get into it. Next year. Next show. Next week.
Next show.
Yeah.
Next show. Well, listen, guys, that's our show. Listen, FanView, Real Fans Talk Sports. Listen, tag a friend, add a friend. This show happens each and every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. This is our time as us as fans, for us to sit down and talk about what's going on in sports. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Come next Thursday, we'll have a couple more games wrapped up. We'll have a little more to talk about, and we'll stir that pot a little some more. We'll put some roux in that gumbo next week, because we're going to have some more outcomes.
You make the roux before the gumbo. Put the gumbo in the roux.
That there.
Tell somebody don't cook.
There you go. See, you're trying to mess all.
Look, man. Look, if you north of 55 tomorrow,
spring game.
Come to A-Meet. We have a spring game. We start at 5:30. The coaching staffs are excited about what we got coming up for this year run. We're gonna be balling food outside. There's gonna be a DJ. There's gonna be events going on. It's gonna be a family-filled spring environment. Get the community, get the state involved. So if you're around, come on down. Also, I'd like to give a special thanks to everybody that wish your boy a happy birthday. Blessed to be here with y'all again in year 33 of my life. So watch out, Zebra Cakes. I'm coming home, baby. It's just, but I really thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate it.
Well, listen, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Tune to FanView FanView Live on Instagram, FanView NOLA on Twitter. Follow those two pages if y'all get a chance and follow, because we definitely posting things up, different videos, different polls on Twitter, different videos on Facebook. And y'all don't forget to follow us, man, because there's going to be some videos I'm coming up this week, and it's going to be on and popping. On and popping.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling y'all.
I'm telling you, hey, look, I might be at Brookhaven by my boy PJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? We might go hit the club.
Oh, Lord. Trouble.
Find some girls to pull them by they nappy weed.
There you go.
My new saying, baby.
Listen, y'all have a great Thursday. Listen, again, each Thursday, FanView Real Fans Talk Sports. Tag a friend, add a friend. We deeply appreciate it. Listen, guys, we out. Girls, we out.
With my love.
Go
bang, bang, bang. You better love the cover. You sweet little thing.
Bang,
my love go bang, bang.
Y'all know about the 90s, baby.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Joe Lapinto, and you are watching the New Orleans Talk Network.
Oh yeah, we live, dude. We in here. New Orleans, baby. Yeah. Y'all know how it's going down. Skip, chicken and watermelon on New Orleans Talk Network. Boom. Let's go.
Holla at you, man, in the app with us. And we gonna make this thing on the top of New Orleans Talk Network. With real fans talk about real sports. And not only sports, it's everyday activity and life, man.
Yo, what's up? It's Poogle Williams, 2017 Mr. Football. You are now tuned into FanView Live on New Orleans Talk Network.
Our listeners are as important as our